the person over there.
Well, I have to come back. Jeez. Jeez.
No,
You
this is someone
can't
with a
push
stick.
people in this game, Steve.
Talk
No,
to the
but
flame
kick people.
sergeant. I fear the Emulger mean to give us
See?
their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. The bowels... Oh, bowl of embers. The bowels of ember.
Same thing.
I know, we can swim our way out. Damn.
The bowels of ember. Oh, I see they went to Taco Bell. Makes perfect sense.
Steve,
Oh, start the duty.
what he said. Now we're just waiting on a healer.
Yeah, because Steve isn't one.
Yet? I ain't one yet.
Soon.
You were when we started this journey.
Yeah, but White Mage is stupid. For now. Maybe later it'll be better, but for now, Scholar's the way to go. In my
Your face is
opinion. I'm swimming out of here. Carbuncle.
Away!
Attack.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
I actually hit the away button instead of the one to get to go for you.
God, you're so bad at this game.
Carbuncle away. Boop.
I thought you said healers filled up quickly. How are there no healers?
Yeah, if we're in the party, we're waiting on one.
Yeah.
DPS fill up quickly. Healers take a while. Tanks will take the longest. Unless you have them in the party, and then healers get like an almost instant queue. Tanks do get an instant queue. But now we're just waiting for one healer, which makes it takes a little while.
Apparently 5 minutes.
Man, I would so relocate to Seattle, Washington for this.
What?
Sorry, I happened to pull up Twitter while we're waiting. And Concerned Ape, who created Stardew Valley, has posted a position for an administrator.
Oh.
And I'm reading it over and I'm going, man, I could do all this stuff. This stuff is easy. A lot of this stuff is shit I do at work.
It's fair.
The only thing is it's in Seattle, Washington, so I would have to move to Seattle, Washington.
It's quite far away.
That doesn't mean I wouldn't do it.
Fair.
Although I probably wouldn't move to Seattle, Washington. I'd probably move to just north of the border. And then commute. Seattle, Washington's not that far from the border, right? It's only like 7 hours drive. What do you mean? I don't
7
actually know.
hours.
I don't actually know. I'm just guessing.
Let's see.
Seattle, Washington to what
here.
border?
The one closest.
Closest border is about 2 hours and 5 minutes.
That's not too bad. That way I'm
both
still
ways,
located in the
5
Canada.
hours.
Huh?
I said that way I'm still located in the Kenyatta.
No, I wonder what Roger said.
Oh.
So like getting there and back would be like 5 hours.
About. Depending on traffic.
Damn.
I know when we have drivers going, they take about 2 hours and 5 minutes to get across when they leave from Seattle.
Oh, I wonder where they're headed.
That's just to hit the
This
border.
one, maybe? Oh, yeah, it looks like if I move it to just to the border, it is 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're going through the Pack Highway one, so if you just take the highway straight up from Seattle.
Pack Highway.
The Pacific Highway.
Oh. I'm going to assume that's what I'm on.
If to the left of the highway is water, yes. If at the edge is Blaine, Washington, yes.
Blaine, Washington. I don't see Blaine, Washington.
It should be the city right outside the border.
I see Linden.
Now you're taking the
Oh.
539. You
Hang
want to
on,
take just the 5.
No. I was following Interstate 5. I just didn't see Blaine because there was a blue line over it. Looks like there's a specific truck route.
Yes. Because
Your truck drivers are speeding, clearly.
no.
It says 2 hours, 14 minutes. Therefore...
Yeah, fluctuations, dudes.
Go away, cooked meat. You're not too.
Oh, yeah, Seattle, Washington.
It's by the water.
It is? I know.
I wonder if it's cheaper to live down in that area. Not Washington. I'm talking about near the border, but still in BC.
I doubt it.
Look at this. Required. Extensive experience playing Stardew Valley and familiarity with the community surrounding the game. I have over 300 hours in that game.
Yeah, my thing only says 2 hours, 16 minutes because it says it'll take about an hour to get out of Seattle because of how bad the current traffic is. So,
Very strong in Microsoft and Google Office suites. Got that. Excellent organizational and prioritization skills. Got that. Ability to communicate thoughtfully as a public representative of the company. I can do that.
it's been over 5 minutes.
Well, maybe you should be a healer.
I can't just, like, it doesn't, no. Just video conference in every day from here. That's what you should do.
I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be a... But it does at the bottom say, this is an in-office position located in Seattle. Are you able to work full-time at this location? So...
Well, the first thing to do is get a car. Then you'd have to move on over into BC. Or into Seattle, Washington, which I'm not actually sure if it would necessarily be easier.
Why are you
There we go.
targeting cooked meat to ignore?
Because he's cooked meat. Oh, and he just disappeared.
Wow. You have some heavy persuasion
Roger, hit the
skills.
button.
Oh,
Then hit the button. There you go.
I couldn't see it. It was
It was an
blocked
undercooked
by...
meat.
No, it was under Stardew Valley's application for administrator.
No.
Why did I close that? I want that open.
It's a pretty cool cutscene, but I'm gonna skip it.
Hello.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from misery. I'ma drop sick beats on this mother. Oh, it's Ifrit. Okay. Or Ifrit. Or Ifrit. People pronounce it too many ways.
I call him Bill.
I fart.
Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno. There are those who call me Bill. Oh, mighty Ifrit.
Matt Damon
We
is allowed to
bring
be-
before you
Oh,
ignorant
fucking
savages who know
Bill.
not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ha! Ungust is being torched. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by the breath I claim you. I am Bill, Lord of the Flames. The fuck are you doing?
Talking to the other guy.
Would you prefer if I muted for my typing?
Yes, it's too loud.
Oh wow.
I used a lot of buffs I didn't need to use.
You fool. My one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I'm a lancer, bitch! Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation.
How did you target him?
My life for ire. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. God damn it. It's Johnny Cash.
What is this thing? There we go. Alright, so he's going to do a few attacks where he'll like hop up in the air and then land at an edge and then sprint across. So if you see him land at an edge, just get to his side so you don't get hit by that. Also, at about halfway, he's going to spawn a giant nail in the center of the thing. Stop hitting him and focus the nail down. And
When do we start attacking him?
When I start.
Roger does it first.
Okay.
Now, whenever you're... Yeah, there you go. Woo. Oh, he'll also do like a little thing where you'll have like a little area popping up below you. Just run out of those circles.
That, yeah, okay. That one's pretty straightforward.
These will look different. They won't look like the usual ones. That's why I wanted to let you know. They'll look like something weird below your feet, so just start running if you see it.
Okay.
I don't have a good way of explaining it. Oh, these things.
I
Popped
didn't
up under
see
me.
it.
Yeah, it popped up under me instead. I think we're going to be good to just move on to the nail in a second.
That sounds so weird. We're gonna be good to move on to the nail in a second. Ah, yes, of course.
If we don't kill the nail, we wipe, so...
Yeah. Insta-wipe mechanics are the best.
Yes, of course.
Yep, there it is. Nail's up.
Do you guys need me to help you attack it, or...
Ow.
Because I don't want him to breathe fire, guys.
don't know. I think we're doing pretty well with this infernal nail. I didn't realize it was actually going to be called a nail. I thought you were just making a joke.
There you go.
Where'd he go?
He's gonna pop up right where he was, do a little explosive thing that you can't avoid. This is what would have killed you if we didn't kill the nail.
Ah, okay.
And then we finish him off. And that's it. The fight gets harder later on when it's in hard mode and extreme mode. Obviously, the names sort of point out.
Yeah. It sounds like it would be harder. Or extreme. Ow.
That was one of the things you were supposed to dodge.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything different. Now I see them. Oh, oh.
We did it.
It's tough to be a god. Oh no, he dropped his butt plug. Oh, don't touch it. Oh, Bex, don't.
I almost inhaled water.
Who's the bluestone? Hey, does that mean you can summon Ifrit now?
No, sort of. Not really. No.
Oh.
What do you mean, sorta? Not really. No.
Well, if I become summoner, I could.
But you're becoming. Scholars.
I'm becoming. Well, I can become both.
Pray, forgive my lateness. It's fine, I didn't need your help. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja's zealots. I swear, they each seemed more evangelical than the last. They just kept preaching at me and preaching. Oh. You roguish man, you. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Bex. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? How about Camp Wetbone?
In case you weren't aware, we just killed a primal who's basically a god.
Not in any of the other Final Fantasy games, they aren't.
In this one, it's a little weird.
So, that was the mighty Ifrit. Who are you? Oh, you're just a guy. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the Vilth Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength.
You think you're troubled? Imagine how I feel.
I am carrying around his butt plug! You have been given a task. This is your opportunity. I suggest you treat us as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Damn! 5 minutes remaining to complete the Bowl of Embers. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. I was surprised to find that you were all no longer there.
Yeah, it said 5
We
minutes.
waited a very long time and then stopped waiting. Yeah.
Well, when it said 5 minutes, I was like, I better get out of here just in case.
In case what? It kills you because you waited?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what happens.
Ah, there you are, Bex. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja... Why do they have to use words that are so obscure? Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be the whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered, he'll need a wheelchair. So now we have to go back to Minfilia.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop. Hang on, where the fuck am I going? Shit, going the wrong way. Do 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 do. Fuck you, Icky Tucson. Running by on a chocobo. How dare you?
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat log now.
Oh. I blame Steve.
What?
I blame him too.
For what? What did I do?
I just read the chat log.
So? What happened?
You think me a fool?
I do. I don't know why I bother asking what's going on. I'm getting blamed for something. I don't know.
You know
It's like
what you
somebody didn't
did.
train me well enough where I'm just like, I don't know what I did. I'm expecting an answer when there really isn't one.
He picked dragon, so we have a bit of an uphill battle. Wink.
Not bad. It's
Oh, that he says.
Dragoon. Oh no, I did spell dragon. Whoops.
Yeah, yeah. For one thing, yes, you did.
Whoopsie.
These cutscenes are way better when they just themselves.
I disagree. When I can voice them, everything is better.
It's true. It's very true.
That's funny. It's because these are way better when they can just themselves.
Yeah, that's true. You did cut out right there, so I had to assume what you were saying.
I assumed the funniest option. Are you guys in the Waking Sands right now?
I'm watching the cutscene. Yeah.
Okay.
My
I didn't
late
see you guys
arrival.
walk past me.
Really? You were standing in front of the door when I walked down the steps. How did you not see me?
Oh, I may have been loading in when you guys walked. I may have been loading outside when you guys were loading in.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle, she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... I'm in love with a Gatling! Bex, it's so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. Is that a threat? The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our... What? What? Now we can put paid to our long investigation. That is not a sentence. That is nonsense. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Wait, that's what we were figuring out this whole time? Why couldn't you tell us this? So we have to go and fight other primals in the other 2 areas now?
I think so. I don't remember.
Now aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. It's for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well within the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out for their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon. Oh, so they were like going boom, boom. Tempering mortals. Gross. It is though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Bex. Why don't you go and deal with one of those other jobs that you've only got at level 1? Because I want to be a dragoon. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if it were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Bex. I have a slight problem with that, because maybe you just haven't tried hard enough to find a way to cure them. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Well, now at least it makes sense why he's beating himself up so much. If he'd been there sooner, they wouldn't have to feel obligated to kill all of them.
It's true.
Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Take it off! Take it off! Till not so long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way into Yorza. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalamo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. No sooner had you joined with us, that you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. You're going to Disneyland! We have guests, Bex. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons! Is it the three amigos?
No, there's 3 grand companies, one in every city.
Oh, okay. The
have
Immortal
to pick one to join.
Flames, the Drowned Souls, and
The Immortal Flames. There's then the Twin Adders, and then the last one is the Maelstrom.
So I was right about one of them being water.
You were also right about the other one being Immortal Flames.
Well, that's because we'd already dealt with them. Do I have to join one of them?
Yeah.
Does it matter who I join?
We'll just join the same one. Doesn't really matter which one you want, though. It affects how some of the quests move forward, but in all honesty, it doesn't really do anything.
Ugh. Does it affect our ability to team up together if we're not in the same one?
Nope.
If we're not in the same, well, if we're not doing the same quest, it will.
That's fair.
So it really doesn't matter which one you pick, but whichever one you pick, we'll just follow. Twin Adders is in Gridania, Immortal Flames is in Ul'dah, and then the Maelstrom is in Limsa.
The cutscene does go over that.
Yeah, I'm already getting that information right now. So that explains why I'm called a part of a free company right now then, yeah?
What?
So right now, because I'm not part of them, I'm in the free company? Or is that
A
not
free
thing?
company is it's a guild.
Oh. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. Okay. Oh. So I could change grand companies at a whim.
Sorta. It restarts you at 0, so if you like level up all the way through the grand company, you don't want to then restart. But you do get achievements if you restart. So I guess if you want to, oops, if you want to fully
Jesus,
complete,
breaking shit over there.
I tipped over an empty pop can.
I'm gonna choose the snakes.
You want it? Okay. Gridania it is. We all sort of started there, so it makes sense.
It's true.
Considering both your... I tipped it over again. God damn it.
This is why you can't have nice things.
Go throw that can away.
No. I heard a fuse. Instead, I'm just going to throw him at the computer.
Don't do that.
Fine, I'll be right back. Don't get too far ahead. But at the same time, I also can't really stop you, so have fun. Un momento.
Yours is changing, Bex, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Right, Tataro? Right! just talk to them here, or I have to...
You talk to Tataru, and then we have to go and visit each of the leaders of those cities.
Oh.
Something like that.
We have to go talk to each of the leaders, then we get to make our decision?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm off to Ulda.
Okay. I'm unable to accept that teleport for some reason.
You're not outside yet.
I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Bex. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Alright then.
That's a lie. It's a lie from the pit.
Okay, where are we supposed to go?
The Chamber of Rule.
That would make sense.
Having a terrible time yawning like every 10 seconds here. Wake up! Ugh.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanama herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where
It's
the
got Sam's
fire
voice.
burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
It's very nice.
Hurrah! Roban!
There's like 3 more
Where
cutscenes.
since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of
You have to do all
the
these talks.
dynasty, we have brought sand into gold. Where by
Sand
the
can't be
grace and
turned into
glory of
gold. Sand is
Nalbar,
made of silicon.
our brave sons and daughters flourish and prosper. I speak of Ulda.
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royal. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I
If
believe!
you'll permit me, Alfie No. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
I'm sorry if you were talking at all during that last little while there, Steve. You were typing, and I was trying to listen to the cutscene, so I forced you to be muted.
I've been watching Futurama for like 10 minutes waiting for you to tell me if we are for sure going with serpents or not. Because I'm at the quest where I get the pick and I'm waiting. In case you suddenly decide you want to change your mind.
We're still watching the first cutscene.
No.
I just finished the first cutscene. Now I have to
I
go
don't
to
even-
Limsa.
Because I don't even remember typing.
I like how the cutscene just stops having voice acting in there.
Yeah, it's like right up until the very end, it's voice acted, and then the last like 13 things, just like, you know what? We'll just let you read after that.
Yeah, we're tired.
By the way, I was incorrect.
What?
It's not level 30 when you get him out.
What is it?
Level 50.
Why ruin the surprise?
It's when we join this faction.
It might be.
They actually took the ability away, and new characters don't get mounts ever.
The Galleons are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
They don't swell with pride.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Oh, he's here again.
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartino. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded, yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral! And we're moving!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Fish-like tribe, Sahagan worshippers of Leviathan, kobolds who worship Titan.
And on to the last one.
Oh god, you've only done 2?
Yeah. There's
Ugh.
only 3. It's not like there's 6 and you're saying, oh god, we've only done 2.
It's been so long.
Well, maybe if you didn't skip all the cutscenes, you wouldn't have to wait so long.
It's true.
There are Easter eggs everywhere here.
Easter time.
Yeah, the extravaganza is currently in the season.
I lost my son to the Calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. Ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the highroads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about razing blazing steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done. It's up to us to protect the forest. All the elementals.
Fancy meeting you again.
Why? Why? What's happening here? The cats are attacking. Excuse me, are you allowed to chew cables? No. Get out of there. Go.
Cables are delicious.
Seems that way. So it's either Garuda or Ramu for the two primals in this area.
Ramu.
All right. So have you guys selected a company yet?
We
No,
just
I'm
finished
finishing
watching
the last cutscene.
Okay. I walked away, so I wasn't sure. My dad needed some help, so.
I guess that's okay.
I guess.
So do we end up fighting all 6 of the primals that were mentioned regardless? Or do
Eventually.
you only fight the
Eventually.
2? Okay.
I'm pretty sure
you'll
you
hit them
start
all.
out by going after the 2 mentioned.
Well, all of them.
Actually,
are
I don't think that makes sense. No, like the 2 that are mentioned by your specific group. But I think that's also not correct. I think
all
you
of
do
them are
actually go in.
mentioned, so.
Well, I mean, if we join the Adders, the 2 people that the Adders are fighting
Oh, I see
worship
what you were
either
talking.
Garuda or Ramu. But if we went with the water people, they're worshipped Leviathan or Titan. And I actually wasn't paying attention at the first one, so I don't know what 2 their beast form people are worshipping.
It's Ifrit and
Wait, so there's only one more primal if we went with the Infernal Brigade, whatever their name is.
I don't think you fight them like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't. It doesn't matter about the order. I'm pretty sure we. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm pretty sure we kill them in a certain order.
Oh, okay. Well, you said there were differences, so I assumed that meant we kind of started with the 2 that were...
Yeah, but it's not differences in like the way the quest flows. It's just like instead of doing a quest that helps the Maelstrom, we'll be doing a quest that helps the Adders, and we'll be dealing with Adder lieutenants instead of Flame lieutenants, stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
So there's certain quests that replace the ones that we would get, but otherwise it's all the same.
Now, is J-pop playing here regardless of the time of year, or is this specific to the fact that there's a seasonal
It's
event
specific.
happening?
It's because of the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the fuck was happening when we walked up.
I had music muted, so.
It's like,
Yeah, it's very uppity.
it's not bad, it's just
It's not bad, but
weird. I'm trying to
So are we
decide
still gonna
right
go with
now
ours?
if I order food and then when the food is supposed to arrive, we'll cut for a while so that way I can have food and feed the dogs and stuff, or if we go until 6 and then I make food. That's the debate I'm currently having.
You've reminded me that food is a thing.
That otherwise I'd have starved.
I mean, no, but
Poor dog.
the dog has food, okay?
Good. I didn't know.
Are you watching the
wasn't
dog
sure.
today because you got the day off now? Wasn't it supposed to be while you had the weekend?
Yeah, he was gonna. Well, he was gonna be here today, and I was at work, but
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
really want that.
The reason he has the day off is because the dog is there.
Well,
No.
the reason I decided to take it off for sure.
It's Good Friday, so we have less people in. Not many less, but
Yeah.
a few less. I'm not there.
Ah.
I'm not there either.
Though I think it was on Monday where
I have a permanent holiday from Sutherland. Yay! Woo!
I didn't realize there was a sexy dancer in this place. Hello, sexy dancer.
Hello, hello.
Thought it said talk to Tataru. I'm going down into the fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Menphilia.
Why don't you go back and talk to Tataru? Actually, you know what? Talk to Menphilia. Tataru's not important. Oh, what the fuck's happening out there?
I didn't realize how different Alize and Alpha Node's voices are.
Who?
Alize and Alpha Node, those two elves.
Twins.
You didn't realize that the male and female elves had different voices?
No, I mean like their voices are way different in these scenes. They are in, like later ones.
Oh. Welcome back, Bex. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? To be honest, I wasn't paying full attention because I'd already made up my mind.
Alright, so we're still going with Serpent?
Yes.
Alright. Grabbing a quest then.
If there weren't serpents, fire would be the way to go, but serpents are better than fire.
The gods only know what grand
I can
company
agree with
our
that.
adventurer friend will keep.
I can accept that. I'm just like, I didn't want to grab it and then like end up in the Twin Adder. And he goes, oh, we changed our mind when you weren't paying
The
attention,
wheels
Steve.
of change are in motion regardless.
Please don't mess with me and grab someone else now.
That would be hilarious. Though.
Whatever do you mean,
Damn it.
dear sister?
This is what you get, Steve.
Remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Oh man, I was gonna go check to see what you're doing, Ben, but someone else is watching. Someone else is playing Final Fantasy right now.
What are you talking about?
I suppose
Huh?
they must
Another Twitch streamer's playing Final Fantasy right now.
So you can't watch me because someone else is?
Minecraft is like feeling your money literally grow legs and walk out of your pocket. That's pretty
They
accurate.
have elected to omit them.
What the fuck are you talking
Deep
about?
are the wounds the
That's the title of their stream.
Oh.
So deep in fracture that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes.
I have food I could make, but it's just so tempting to order food and be lazy.
The task of
Yes.
salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Ulysses sounds near the same.
What?
There must be another way
Oh,
to cure
I
what
think he's
ails
watching
this
my
world,
stream.
and I need to find
Oh.
it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ.
I don't know, he
but
sounds a
our
little weird to me.
destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Are you watching my stream,
Does not
Steve?
come into it.
Maybe.
Share the burden of this fate,
How are the audio levels?
sister.
Everything's quiet.
Prevail together or not.
Like too quiet?
A little bit.
How is the game and
But prevent
your
old
voice audio
ones from
compared to
opening
my
up
audio?
new.
So, mine and yours pretty much match up. The problem is the game audio is way lower. So, like, I can only barely hear Alice's. Oh
God
my
damn it! Because
gosh.
I felt like his audio or the game audio is really loud to me.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but my volume just shot up ridiculously on the stream. Yours is still the same, and the game audio is still really low.
Interesting. Audio level struggles.
So I grabbed the desktop audio and cranked it up, which would have increased both the game and Discord. What are you doing, Boo? Let me just
Yeah,
I'll just turn
I
up Final
don't-
Fantasy. It's probably the better way to do this.
I don't know how the game audio is now because the cutscene's over.
Okay, so Serpent Officer. The only thing I don't like about you, Serpent Officer, is your salute is weird. Woo.
I freaked out for a minute because I thought I grabbed the right.
Speak with the personnel officers at the Adder's Nest. Oh, I don't know. I guess I make my own food. Whenever I
Didn't
can't
feel like
decide, I
that.
just roll a die and let fate decide my order.
Fate?
Yeah.
It's fair.
I rolled a d20, it came up even. I said even, I would make food, odd, I would order.
To go to this place.
There are a lot of people in Gridania.
Yeah, I wonder why.
That happens.
Maybe because that's where the egg hunt thing starts?
I think you can start it in any city.
Oh.
There's also a lot of the quests for Noctis in here.
Oh, right.
What's Noctis? Oh, is
Final
it the
Fantasy 15, 14 collab. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
He's talking to the lady for the event, for the egg hunt.
I was, and then I don't understand, so... As soon as the map came up full of letters, I went, is that worth it?
That's fair. That's what I did yesterday. I went to go do it and I'm like, nah, don't feel like it. Especially when the reward is just an outfit I'll never wear.
Ooh, how will you respond? My name is Bex. I believe you are expecting me. I am here to enlist, if you will have me. Whoops, I haven't switched it back to manual. Here we go. What is it? Report! An urgent message from Amasiric Spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces. The vessel's engine is crippled, sir. It was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of the 9 Ivies. 9 Ivies? Gods! This could have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the exile. Bex, I know full well you have to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. I can help you, sir. What the hell is that? Oh, there's a shop here. To the Hawthorne Hut. Oh, Baba. What's this blue? Oh, it's a leaf. Okay.
You want to do these quests or bypass?
Those are level 20 quests.
There's quests? Ooh. Who's fighting?
Something spawned in front of me. My bad. It's not something for the quest, though. This quest seems to be something we have to be by ourselves.
Oh.
Where are the quests?
I think it's up top.
Oh.
Yeah, I was right.
Ah, there are people here.
You look to be made of a sterner stuff than the average adventurer. How would you fancy doing a bit of preserve the peace?
Where did you go, Steve?
I just told you this is a duty that you have to be yourself. Have to be by yourself to do.
Aw, that's kind of creepy and cute. A lemur.
Oh, one of the quests is inside the. Just realized I jumped down and there's still stuff to do up there. Wait, what? Oh, is it like up the tower or in the tower? Aha. What are you off to, Ben?
Ha ha ha! Bum, 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 bum. So very little experience for doing these.
For doing what?
Standing watch at the 3 posts for that level 20 quest.
I don't have that. Did you do something before that?
What quest do you have from that guy up top?
The replacement color and something else.
Oh, I think I did that one already, and this was the second one that came up. That sounds right. I think we came to this area, I did that first one, then he had another one, and I went, well, I'm not going to do another one for you right now, so I left.
That makes sense.
Get some steak or some plums. Ow. Go away. Oh, I see the crashed airship. What an ominous message. You dissolve the party. I didn't mean to, I swear. I'm sorry. Oh no, a gazelle. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. We only ran like 100 feet. Why are you both out of breath? The Adisness sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace,
Taking
friend.
all my
What do you mean
boards.
you no harm? You are Bex, I presume? I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks to your aid.
How many left do you have left to kill?
1. And then I gotta go do the main quest.
So I have to kill a bunch of bats.
Yeah.
Bats for what?
The quest you already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen a craft of this design. This must be Garland's work. Is there no end to this man's treachery? Yeah, I'm sure there's an end at some point. He's got to die someday, right? Oh no, there's a potato up there.
Still rude.
Why'd you have to help him? That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Oh, is this Biggs and Wedge?
I think so.
So in this world, Garland is a master airshipman. Okay. For the Horde! I can do this. Just trying to blind me, buddy. Gosh, I didn't even realize it wasn't a showdown. Oops. Where the hell did they come from? Oh gosh, ran into everything. crap. Woo! Did it. In what
kinda
universe
ready
does
to
that
start it
not
now.
take less than 2 hours?
What?
Like you have like a 2.5 hour timer to finish that fight. In what universe does that take more than 2 hours?
I have no idea.
Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home.
Why do these guys have to attack me?
Because you asked for it.
Did not.
You have saved our lives. We're eternally grateful. I didn't realize my level was being synced for that one.
Yeah, 24, I think.
Maybe you talk too much and you were asking for it. What the hell is the Sylph Stronghold? Oh, there's a lot of people in here too. Bex, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team of 9 Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rope the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself between the twin Adder Standard. Without further ado, let us see to your induction, 12 willing. Looks like I'm getting some bronze plates again. Protocol requires that I appraise you of who we are and what we do, after which I invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seedseer Kan-E Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one, with friends from afar, to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Bex, I ask that you give us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. Woods will be done. Wow, that one's pretty extreme. I shall strike down our enemies and drink of their blood. Woods will be done. So you know the words of our grand company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. I mean, assign you rank of servant private 3rd class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Freya, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood. Do I get one of your silly outfits?
You get one eventually.
Can you hear me, Bex? This has been Philia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I'd ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I'm being pulled in all directions. Ah!
Indeed.
Such bullshit. I have to go all the way back there to get my experience.
Yep.
But
And
I'm
grab the
about
next
to be
quest
level
that brings you all the way back
26.
over here.
A bitch.
Also, when you're done the very next quest, the one that you're doing right now, what you'll want to do is there's a quest right next to it called My Little Chocobo.
My little pony, my little pony.
I don't know if you're not still over here. All right. When you get back to Gridania, there's a quest over here in the outer building.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize you meant before I left. Maybe you should have said
I
that.
thought you were still in here. I didn't realize you left yet.
I got excited because I'm about to level up to level 26, and then I can equip the new lance that I've been holding on to for like a week.
I'm also gonna be level 26 too.
Yay!
I made sure to
Only-
catch up after last time.
Only 4 more levels to go. It feels like we're slowing down.
It's just because of all of the story stuff that's going on right now.
Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Bex. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. It's Biggs and Wedge.
Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm Biggs.
And I'm...
God, spit it out, will you?
Wedge at your service.
I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorza. As a neutral party, I was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this tech. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge from experts. So we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who were kind enough to send us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
You were voice acting the cutscene.
Yeah?
It has been for a while.
Did you
Oh,
just
like-
You only
pick
just
up on
noticed?
this?
No, like it was timed perfectly with like the auto scroll that I had. It was
Oh, okay.
hilarious.
Yeah, usually that doesn't line up so well, so I guess that's something. Yay, I can finally equip this fork that I've been carrying. That's how I do that. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna end the stream now so that way I can deal with the dogs and get some food for myself. But we'll continue tonight because there's nothing else to do.
Agreed.
Okay, you're this close to getting him out.
Okay, and when we return, I will get a mount. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.